Okay, today we are going to solve equations using the distributive property to help us. The very first problem, we have 5 times x minus 9 equals negative 5. The very first thing we are going to do is to distribute the 5 into both terms. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 9 is 45. So it'll be minus 45 because it's minus 9. Equals negative 5. I don't distribute the 5 on the other side of the equal sign. Now it's just a two-step equation. To solve for x, we'll add 45. Please be careful. Realize when I add 45 to negative 5, it's a positive 40. And on the left-hand side, I'm left with a 5x. Finally, divide by 5. And you end up getting, I'm going to write it over here, x equals 8. Can always check your work by plugging the x back in. For the second one, I'm going to distribute the negative 4, very similar to number 1. So it'll be negative 4y. I almost put plus, but it's going to be minus. The reason it's going to be minus is because it's negative 4 times a positive 3, so that's a negative 12. Equals 12. To solve for y, the first step is to add the 12. You end up getting 12 plus 12 is 24. Finally, divide by negative 4. And again, I'm going to write it off to the side because I just ran out of room. You end up getting y equals 6. And actually, it's going to be a negative 6. Why is it a negative 6? Hopefully, you're saying the reason is because you are dividing a positive divided by a negative. And a positive divided by a negative is a negative. So negative 6 is your answer there. Moving on to number 3. So number 3, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute the 22. So it'll be, I'm going to rewrite the left-hand side. 10 plus 10n equals 22n, and then 22 times negative 2 is negative 44. Now I have to get my variables on one side and my numbers on the other. And it doesn't matter which side I choose to put my variables and my numbers. I like to keep things positive if I can. So I can see I'm going to maybe choose to add the 44. That will give me 54 plus 10n equals 22n. Then I could subtract the 10n. I end up getting 54 equals 12n. Divide by 12. And 54 divided by 12 is 4.5. So I'm going to write it over here. N equals 4.5. And I could always check to make sure my answer is correct if I want to by plugging the n into the original problem. And now number 4. For number 4, I'm going to distribute the 2. And I'm going to distribute the 4. So it's going to be 2m plus 20 equals 4m minus 60. To solve for m, I can choose to subtract the 2m. So I'll be left with 20 equals 2m minus 60. I could add 60 to both sides. So 80 equals 2m. Finally, to solve for m, I can divide by 2. And I'll get m equals 40. I could always check by plugging into the original problem to make sure it works out. At this point, I would like you guys to try numbers 5 and number 6, and I will check your work tomorrow that you completed the entire video plus numbers 5 and 6.